So yesterday I had a call with David Jones. I don't remember where he lived though.
I don't remember either.
James actually listened in on the call since he's been listening on a lot of the calls lately because he wants to start learning this side of the business, the training side, not just doing the business. So David actually owns a franchise. And if you've been watching these videos, you know that James owned a franchise. So for David, who actually ended up coming in last night, I don't know if I told you that actually, came in last night and he that totally hit home for him with James and his franchise. So James wanted to go into a little bit more about franchises and really just kind of like brick and mortar type businesses in general and all the things you have to deal with. I've never owned that type of business before. So go ahead.
Great. Yeah, that's cool. I'm glad to hear that David is a part of this now. And like Phil said, one of the things I'm listening on the calls, I also feel that by me listening on the calls, I'm going through this training, so I'm able to actually help and give you feedback. And when David called, I was there and I heard about that he has experience with owning a franchise. And I said, I want to talk to the people about that because maybe you currently own a franchise, or maybe you're thinking of owning a franchise and you came across doing this and you're just concerned about what are the pros and cons of each. Now, I will say that franchises have their place in America and in business and so forth, and there are pros and cons, and I really think you should outweigh each. I'm going to speak to the side of being on both because now I'm involved with this, but for the past nearly a decade, I've been involved in a franchise. And I will say that the franchise that I was a part of, it was a good franchise. I had good support, and those are the things that you pay for. And I know that David mentioned that he invested a lot because of the name. That's typically the first thing that most people invest in a franchise for is the name. If you think about it, you're buying the name. And you're buying the name, and with the name, the reputation that goes along with that, the startup in terms of all the turnkey. And then one of the things that you're buying into is the proven system that works. So those are all things that you get with a franchise: the support, the name, the proven system, the business model, and things like that. Now, when you pay for that, it's great when you first start out because you're literally buying a name and you're buying a system. But what happens is, what you may not know, and unless you've looked into it, is the reoccurring fees. And there are a lot of them. Some franchises charge a monthly fee on gross sales. Some of them charge a monthly fee on advertising in addition to the gross sales. And that could be weekly, that could be monthly. So there are all these additional fees. And the other franchises, depending on the franchise, you have to purchase the products from their company, and then you have to buy it through them. So you can't even choose where else you can go. So there are a lot of limitations. And again, all franchises are different. If you are looking into that, you really need to determine what those things are. But essentially, one of the things that I want to address is that you pay for the name, you pay for the system, and you get set up, and then you have those reoccurring fees. Now today, as you know, I'm a part of this system, and one of the things that we have here is we have a setup, a system in place. We're learning from what Phil put together, and he already took all the hits and everything, so he set this up so we could learn from his experiences, just like you would with a franchise. There is no real branded name about in terms of that, but one of the things that is great, unlike a franchise, you pay one time. You pay to get in, you're in, and you're in business. You have a system, you have step-by-step, you have the support with the Facebook group, you have everything in place. What you don't have are the reoccurring fees. You don't have those monthly or weekly free fees to keep you going. Now, just like in a franchise, you would have to advertise your own product and service. You have to pay for that, or you have to get that going. Now, in this business, you can elect to choose whether or not you want to do paid marketing or if you want to do free marketing. So there's opportunities here that you may not have with a system like a franchise business model. And again, you pay for that, so you're definitely paying into that, whereas this system, you pay to get in, you have the training, you have the support, you have the staff, you have the support group. So those are the kind of things that you can scale on your own, and you can work at your own pace. The other thing is you can work from home here. Typically, most franchises, you require bricks and mortar. You have all that comes with that. You have the overhead, you have the rent, you have the employees. This is a business where you can make those sizable income as if you were owning a franchise, but you have the lean business model. You don't have to have employees. You don't have the headaches of having employees. You don't have to worry about the insurance or the payroll, things like that you have to worry about when you have an operation that's a bricks and mortar business. These are the things that you may not know, only because if you're not in business for yourself already, or if you don't own a franchise already and you're kind of evaluating which direction should I go and so forth, you really should consider what you're looking into, because this is a great opportunity to work a business and to be involved in a business that you could really work. And I know we've said this before, and Phil talks about it, work it into your lifestyle so that you don't have to have a bricks and mortar business. And we would advise against that. You don't have to have that. And then you fit this business into your lifestyle, and it's a business where it doesn't have those reoccurring fees, those exorbitant fees that can cost you your business. So when we spoke with David and he mentioned that was one of the first things he talked about, were the fees and paying for the name and doing this and that and how much it would cost. So he was very pleasantly happy actually about this business model, and I'm so happy to hear that he joined. So it's all good. I think that's all I have to say for now about it. As things come along, Phil and I talk all the time, and we'll bring it to your attention. But those are the kind of things that I wanted to bring up, because I come from a franchise business background. So for me now, in this new world for me, I just want to share my insights for you, and hopefully it helps you guys.
So I've been watching the Yankee game while Jason been talking.
Tied.
They just tied it up. There was a bench clearing brawl before, and they just came back and tied it up.
Awesome.
But so I just want to drive home a point here, is that the fact that yes, you don't have all the extra fees, royalties. If this was a real franchise, I would be trying to make a percentage off everyone's business. This is really designed for you to run your own business on your own time and grow it. But from watching the show Undercover Boss, a lot of those or franchises in that show, and one thing that they do is they wonder, why is this franchise location not doing as good as this one, or why is this one doing even better? And they really obviously push you to grow and grow and grow, and which is great. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but it all comes at a cost, across the board. And you can't just say, hey, you know what, guys, I just want to do my own thing. Don't worry about it. It's not gonna fly. You're basically under the gun to grow this thing as fast, as hard as possible, work 24/7, etc. Not that I'm against working hard. Of course, we all have to work hard, but work smarter, not harder, and put yourself in that position where you can, again, do it yourself on your own time, live the lifestyle you want to live. And that's what David was saying yesterday on the call. He was saying how he wants to travel more, he wants to do more things instead of being part of that grind. And he's been doing it for X amount of years, and he said he just want to do more, spend more time, I guess, with his family, and obviously travel more. So that's it. So you have anything else to say? You good?
That's all good.
All right. That's it.
All right.